Good morning, students. Today we will start part 3 of the chapter Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. This is the last part of this chapter, and in this part we'll study about waterways, waterways, airways, airways and communication. These are the three main topics of this video. So one by one we'll discuss about these topics. First is waterways. What do you understand by waterways? This is very important means of transport. Clear? Because when no buses were there, no trains were there, no aeroplanes were there, at that time only waterways was the main means of transport. As you have listened that there were different kinds of silk routes and sea routes, through the oceanic routes. Traders and explorers used to move from one place to another place through the sea routes in their ships. Clear? So waterways is very old and very important means of transport. If we see the main feature of waterways, that this is the cheapest mode of transport, and second thing, it is most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is most suitable and this is cheapest mode of transportation, because you do not have need to lay down the tracks and laying down the roads, etc. Just you have to make the ship or boat and just put on the water, and then you can this means mode of transport, yani ki it means waterways. So waterways, there are two types of waterways are there. Number one, inland waterways. Number two, sea routes. So two types of waterways: inland waterways, sea routes. What do you understand by inland waterways? Inland waterways means within the country, the using of rivers and lakes for transportation through the ships and boats. So rivers are used for inland waterways within the country. We use these ways for transportation of different goods and passengers also, right? So these inland waterways, if we talk about in India, approximately 15,000 kilometer 15,000 kilometer is total length. Approximately it is the total length of inland waterways in India, and there are mainly 5 national waterways in India. How many? 5. For example, these national waterways are there on different rivers. For example, NW1, National Waterway number 1 on the Ganga River between Allahabad and
Haldia.
Clear? After that, National Waterway number 2. This is between it is on Brahmaputra River. Clear? And Dhubri. National Waterway number 3. It is on West Coast Canal. NW4 and NW5 also are on the different canals. So in this way, dear students, we have understood that inland waterways means within the country we use rivers for transportation of different kinds of goods and heavy and bulky materials. So this was about inland waterways. Next one is sea routes. This is external waterways or sea routes. When we use waterways through the sea routes or oceanic routes, that is called sea routes. It is used for international transportation. In India, we have 12 major ports and approximately 200 medium and small ports for sea routes. Clear? For example, in the eastern coast, Calcutta, Haldia, Paradip, Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Ennore are the main seaports on the eastern coastal area of India. On the west coast, Kandla, Surat, Mumbai, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, Marmagao, New Bangalore and Cochin. These are the main and very important ports of India situated on the western coast. So in this way we have understood in the world different kinds of seaports are there in different countries. For example, Canton in China, clear, Sydney in Australia, and in America several ports are there for international trade and using sea routes. So in this way there are two types of waterways. Waterways are very cheapest mode of transport, most suitable for heavy and bulky goods, and there are two types of waterways, inland and sea routes. Inland, we have talked about inland waterways, what are the inland waterways, and after that sea routes. Now we'll discuss about airways. Next is airways. What is airways? All of you know that what is airways. Through the air, aeroplanes fly in the sky, and by which we can move from one place to another place very fastly, right? So airways, mainly there are three features of airways. That airways is the fastest mode of transport. It is most comfortable mode of transport, and prestigious also. So these are the main features of airways. It is the fastest mode of transport, it is most comfortable and prestigious also. Today using airways is becoming easier for lower economic classes also, because of so many private companies and some initiatives taken by the government. First of all, airways was nationalized in India, nationalized in India in 1953. There are two types of airways. Number one, domestic airways, domestic. Number two, international. So you have to understand, for domestic, different private companies are there, and Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited is there for oil and natural gas operations, offshore operations, and transporting different goods to northeastern parts of the country, which are very having the difficult terrain area, right? So there is no impact of difficult terrains, deserts, forest, mountainous regions on airways. So it is very suitable for in all kinds of parts of on the geographical areas. So in this way we have to understand that domestic airways is very important for reaching and for transporting different goods and passengers in to different areas, different difficult terrains like western Rajasthan, that is Thar desert region, and northeastern parts of the country, northernmost part of the country, Jammu and Kashmir. So this is very important, domestic airways. Clear? So many companies are there, private companies are there. International airways. It is international airways is used means to reach from India to another countries. So many companies, air companies are providing the services for international transportation, international airways transportation. For example, Air India, Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, and another companies are there, SpiceJet, clear, Indigo. So these are the companies which are providing international airways for airways transportation from India, right? So in India there are mainly 10 international airports are there, approximately 10 international airports are there, which are very important, clear? And so many domestic airways, so many domestic airports are there for domestic airways. Clear? So this was about airways. Now we'll discuss about communication. Next is communication. Communication. What is communication? Sending and receiving the information is known as communication, or we can say that conveying the message to others. Conveying the message to others. Messages to others. So receiving and sending the messages, that is known as communication. It means the main focus in communication is information. It means we are getting information, we are receiving information, or we are sending information. That means is known as communication. There are two kinds of communication. Number one, personal communication. Personal communication. Communication. Number two, mass communication. Mass communication. Personal communication and mass communication. What is the personal communication? As you can see in the name, personal. Person to person. If one person is sending the information, another person is receiving the information. So that is known as personal communication. What are the means of personal communication? For the personal communication, we can say that the Indian Postal Network is the most important part for the personal communication. But for last several years, we have seen very big development in the arena of communication because of the development of electric media, like that you can see WhatsApp is there, Twitter is there, Telegram is there, and email is there. So different kinds of means are there for communication for the people, and these can be divided into two parts, or personal and mass communication. For example, Facebook, Twitter, etc. you can see in the mass communication, the means of mass communication, and WhatsApp and messages and email, etc. that is used for personal communication. So mobile telephone, you can see telephone, mobiles, and letter, writing letters. This is the form of personal communication, because these things are used for sending the information to one person, right? So by one person is informations are being sent to another person, that is known as personal communication. And the means are used for sending and receiving the informations, that is known as the means of the personal communication, as we have talked about this. After that, next one is mass communication, right? What are the means of mass communication? In the mass communication, first of all, we have to understand what is mass communication. Mass means more and more people, means the people in a big proportion, people, right? Big number of people, that is mass. So mass communication, when information is sent for many people, right? When information is not personal, the information is sent to many people, that is known as mass communication, right? The means of mass communication are there, for example, radio, television, newspaper, right? So these are the means of mass communication, because through radio, TV and newspaper, one person is sending information, but the information is for many people, right? When one news reader is reading the news on TV, clear, or on radio, so many people can listen or watch at the same time. So this is called mass communication. So many magazines are there, journals are there, and different kinds of articles in newspaper, news and other informations through these kinds of printed material, or the electric media, radio, television, etc., internet, clear. So these are the means of mass communication. I hope that you are understanding what I am saying, that communication, there are two types of communication, personal and mass communication. For personal communication, Indian Postal Network, that is the largest network in the world, largest postal network in the world. It is providing two kinds of mails, first class mail and second class mail. And with this, 6 mail channels are there, right? 6 mail channels are there. For example, Metro channel, Rajdhani channel, these kinds of channels are there. So this was about communication and the means of communication we have discussed. I hope that you understood the topics, whatever we have discussed in this video. Read these topics from the textbook and revise by watching this video again. Thank you. Have a nice day.